In the annals of rock history, the meteoric rise of the Rolling Stones is often credited to their fearless energy, blues-rooted sound, and unfiltered swagger. Yet behind the band's breakthrough lay an unexpected catalyst, George Harrison of the Beatles. At a moment when British rock was just emerging from dimly lit clubs and dance halls, Harrison quietly opened a door that would change the Stones' destiny. In 1963, the Beatles were riding the crest of Beatlemania, achieving unprecedented chart success and igniting a cultural revolution. Meanwhile, the Stones were still grinding through London's R&B club circuit, admired by peers but overlooked by many in the music industry. Harrison's influence came not through formal power but through conviction and advocacy. While serving as a judge at a Liverpool Beat Group talent contest alongside Decca Records executive Dick Rowe, Harrison used the opportunity to steer conversation toward a London band he and his Beatles bandmates had recently seen in Richland. They were still on the club scene, stomping about doing R&B tunes, Harrison recalled, emphasizing how much the Stones' raw sound resonated with the early energetic style the Beatles once played. The music they were playing was more like we'd been doing before we'd gotten out of our leather suits to try and get onto record labels and televisions. We'd calmed down by then. Harrison didn't stop at mere praise. Drawing on the infamous experience of the Beatles' rejection by Decca 2 years earlier, a moment that haunted Rowe, he urged the executive to see the Stones live. "You have got to get yourself down to Richmond because you missed out on the Beatles. You don't want to miss out on this band," Harrison later told Rowe, according to music expert Paul Endicott. Rowe took the advice seriously. After pushing back his chair and heading straight to the Stones' Richmond gig, he signed the band to Decca in April 1963. 2 months later, the Rolling Stones released their debut single, a cover of Chuck Berry's Come On, marking the beginning of their legendary recording career. The episode illustrates an era when friendships and respect among artists transcended the burgeoning media narrative of rivalry between the Beatles and the Stones. Harrison's advocacy wasn't a calculated industry maneuver. It was the act of a musician who genuinely saw promise in his young contemporaries. Keith Richards has acknowledged how pivotal early support like this was in helping the band gain traction, noting that without someone like Harrison vouching for them, their path might have been far steeper. In a broader cultural context, Harrison's role reminds us that the British rock explosion was a collaborative movement as much as a competitive one, bands rising not just beside each other, but sometimes because of each other. Without the quiet Beatles' belief and vocal support, the Rolling Stones' journey from fierce club performers to global icons might have looked very different.